So I always do. Sometimes I go home. I went home a little drained this week, you know. You know that? I went home a little drained this week.
Yes,
because you had me thinking a lot, and
I hope I had you thinking in a good way and not a bad way.
In a good way, and I'll tell you.
I know I can be a bit overwhelming.
I'll tell you why. Because I see you as what's Gen Z? I see you as Gen Z, and that means that you're now filling the shoes of people like me and the people before me, and it's very interesting to see where the thought process of the young people are going, because I consider you one of the young people.
Yeah, even though I'm not in Gen Z's bracket per se, I am young in thought.
You're up to the time with the technology and what is taking place.
I'm Gen Z at heart because.
So you're Gen X.
Yeah.
You're Gen X, but you function like Gen Z.
Yeah,
well,
I'm trying to figure out if I'm Gen X or millennial. I think millennials are older, I think. Yeah, so I'm Gen X, yeah. Yes, I was there for the whole shutdown of the world coming to an end, Generation Next vibes. Yes, I was
2000?
Yeah, I was around there too, so.
I would have graduated in 2000.
Well, you see, look at that. So, yeah, you definitely are ahead of me. I guess I see the world from an international perspective a lot because I consume more international content than local content. I am more in tune with international. Believe it or not, I'm more in tune with international politics than local politics.
Well, that is not good at all, Obi. You have to. Charity begins at home.
I know, but sometimes our politics can be a bit draining sometimes.
That's why we suffer a lot of brain drain in this country. We have people that grow here and they're educated here, and then they go away and they focus on what is taking place in what they call the bigger world.
Yeah.
You know, and you only know the world is big when you leave Trinidad.
Yeah, we's a little pond in this country, but a unique pond. Because
Very
we are
unique.
a pond that sends ripples through the world based on the things that we do. And that is something I am extremely grateful for, believe it or not. I often make a joke and say that Trinidad has some of the stupidest people under the sun, but they are my stupid people and I love them. I will not have it any other way.
I have been battling with something for the entire week, Obi. I don't know if I can share it with you, and
Go
you
ahead.
can probably give me some perspective on it. I have had the opportunity to sit on the morning show for quite a while, and I am taking note that we have a separation in people that wants no one to speak about what happened in the past. They want to hear what this government is doing now, and they don't want to hear nothing about what them did do and what the past administration did do. I really want to know how you and the callers feel about that. Is it that we must just forget about what happened and study what is happening now? How do you feel about that? Because it's kind of on my mind.
I believe that we should focus on the future, but I believe that we must take accountability for the past. You have to own up. You can't just say, I'll learn from a mistake without owning up to your mistake first. And I think that there's a lot of people out there who just don't like accountability, because taking accountability means that you have to implement a change when you take the accountability, because doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. We have practiced the definition of insanity in this country a lot, especially in our politics, in our education system, in the way that we, how we treat each other. I tend to think differently. What I do is I try to take the good out of every situation. It doesn't have to.
Is there good in every situation?
There is always a bit of good in every situation. There's always room to learn something from somebody, including your enemy. If you believe that somebody is just solely bad, then that could never be a reality. Nobody is completely bad. Just like nothing, I don't believe that everybody who does something sets out with a bad intention. A lot of that is why I always tell people the Avengers. Even this morning I was mentioning a young guy. The Avengers complex is what I call it, where Thanos was a threat, but Thanos was a threat for his beliefs, and his beliefs was he felt that he saw that the world will end if we didn't get a hold of population control.
Yeah.
So what he did was just a radicalized version of it. But he wasn't wrong. He just felt that we were taking too long to get the answers to solve the problem. So he decided to speed it up for us.
Do you believe that we have activists and regular people and counselors and leaders that believe in that Thanos concept?
Yes. Yes. It have a lot of them out there who believe that they are doing good or have the country's interests at hand, but it's their methods of how they get from point A to point B. And a lot of the times, your objective could become skewed depending on who is in your ears. I don't believe that anybody who has ever gotten into politics, or anybody who has ever set out to do anything in life, truly set out in life to do it just with a bad intention.
Yeah.
And that will go as far as criminal activity and all. That is because it has to have something that would have led him
to go in that
direction. He didn't make that choice.
But then what governs good and bad? What is the basic foundation of good and bad?
Your
Because
morals.
if there's good in everything, then there has to be bad. There's balance.
Right.
In everything.
Your morals.
Morals.
Your morals. And your morals, believe it or not, can be shaped by almost anything.
I want to ask the population this morning, what in the past has grind your gears, has affected you, has traumatized you, that you want to see brought to the forefront? Because we have a lot of people toting a lot of baggage. And I'm speaking about when it comes to the politics, when it comes to governance, when it comes to running this country. Because an issue came up with a joint select committee this morning, and I had a caller speaking about a caller who was talking about bread and butter issues. And in my own wisdom, I sat here saying, but you know, if we fix things on this level and we hold people accountable, then the downflow of funds may just well be the solution we need to fix these bread and butter issues. Because we have people eating at the top relentlessly and are not being held accountable for it. So today I want to put out there, what do you feel directly affected you?
Me? You want me to go first?
Well, you don't have to go first. We can go to the phone lines.
Yeah.
Because I know
But
it have a lot of things on people's
simple.
mind that they want to see tied up. A lot of things happening on the outside.
I'll just drop one of my own now, and then I'll leave it.
Don't hold them in suspense.
Hold it? Okay then.
Hold them in suspense. Let's go to the lines. Let's go to the lines and find out, because
let me get it off of them white hot.
Yeah. Get it. Let's get it off your. Let's get it respectfully. Get it off your chest this morning. You know, let's respectfully get it off your chest this morning. Or you really want to share one?
Somebody on the chat is saying they're hearing our background music, and that's the bed.
That's the bed.
That's the bed. That is something that is regular. It's just normally when I'm behind here, I just play it a lot lower, so you all do hear it.
I can load it. I can load it.
Yeah. But pleasant good morning to everybody on the Facebook and the YouTube. Glad that you all are here joining us in the show today. Thank you so much.
I hope they're not hearing our breeze machine.
I think it was the fan they were hearing. Definitely think
6224911 6224911 3944911. Obi, you want to give us one?
one of what my
let's go to the
go to the
lines.
lines. Yeah, go to the
I
lines
lost
because
that
you
one.
did tell me.
I lost
you
that
told me
one.
hold it.
I wanted them to be in a little suspense.
Yeah.
But maybe you have to give them an example of what
Okay.
we're talking about.
One of the things that has grind my gears, and
Please allow me to take note.
and it's something that I'm not seeing getting rectified in our country, and I really wish something. The roles of fathers. I find that there are too many fathers abandoning their children. I don't think that there is proper things put in place to hold fathers accountable to be in their child life or to maintain.
I think you don't understand my question.
No, I understand your question, but you did say, tell me something that I believe that grind that.
When it comes to governance,
Right.
both past and present.
Right, past and present, and that's what I was getting to. I think that the government needs to put something in place to hold fathers more accountable
Oh.
for being in the children's life.
But there's a court system for that.
It doesn't function the way it's supposed to function.
Is that so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that so? Because I hear the Single Fathers Association making a lot of fuss about fathers who have to go and pay their maintenance. We have a lot of men locked up right now.
Yeah.
We have a lot of men
But locking them up is not the answer. I and Rundle Fields are good friends, and I know that he has also championed that locking them up is not the answer.
So you say the system of the government holding them accountable financially is not working.
It's not working.
Uh-huh. You want them to play a better role?
A better role financially and physically. Because money doesn't raise a child. It's part of it.
I want you to stick a pin there. We're going to get back to that because that's very wide. Hi, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, well, good morning.
Good morning.
So we got a topic this morning, right?
All right, so you listen and call back. Hi, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Obi and Director Snipe.
Good morning.
I will answer Obi on why some parents are abandoned and some fathers are abandoning their children. When I finish, what I want to explore with the wider community.
Yeah.
First of all, we had a pharmaceutical investigation yesterday.
Yes.
And why the investigators who are part of this JSC committee, the PNM appointees, the Maloney MP, Dan Paul, and I think there's another one. Why have they stayed away from this investigation? We continually complain about CDAP drugs and nothing in the pharmacy, and this is an opportunity to fix it. And they have shied away. Are they guilty of something that they don't want us to see? The other thing is the today, basically police, army posts all over. I think that is a welcome relief to me as a citizen. But a lot of people complaining of it, and we have to honestly look at it. There are weaknesses in the TTPS, and a lot of people questioning that. And I believe, from looking at it from a distance, if we do a SWOT analysis of the TTPS and see the strength and weakness, we could basically juxtapose that to what is happening now. Two activities has shown the strength of the police and are going to identify. And people have to remember the day of policing. What was the day of policing? They locked down the whole place to give us an unwanted. This is another strategy to lock down the whole place to give us a targeted, desirable outcome. And the other activity that the police was good at, you remember the Akil Chambers? That is coordinated to give you undesirable, not to hold the perpetrators. No, let me get back to your first thing. Who was the father of the nation? Anybody can remember who they just call the father of the nation?
Dr.
Eric Williams.
Somewhere in North America, and he come back to Trinidad, I'll go and say no more.
Thank you very much. And
He's
that's what
sneaking that job,
that's what I'm trying to get from the callers, because a lot of people just quarrel about things. They just quarrel about things that other people say. But to you, what do you think really affects you? And you probably it has been hanging in limbo because this situation
Lack of accountability by the government when they get catching wrong.
Oh, we're seeing it. Hi, good morning, welcome.
Hi, good morning. I think this research that has been taken the country right now, it has started back. To me, it started reoccurring when Mr. had made this few comments on his platform. Right? I think racial division is, I feel that it is being developed to the government. I mean, they are spreading propaganda throughout the country, and I think that is something that needs to be, I don't know, stop within both governments, within both parties. Try to prevent this from going forward. Because if this continues, right, you know how I see the country progressing. When time for general elections, and this is part of seriously towards us, towards the country in it. Because this racial division, right, that they're trying to create could end up in probably God forbid fighting and that kind of thing. So I think it's something that somehow or the other we should try to address and stop it, because at the end of the day out there, we East Indians and Africans out there and the other out there in the world is considered as black people. You understand? So we need to stop this racial division, because at the end of the day we carry one blood. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, caller.
Thank you. It was only a couple years ago I took note that ethnic division became a tool in our politics.
Yeah.
I before I didn't realize. I thought it was a personal thing. I thought it was a personal thing. But I'm growing to realize that it became a very, very powerful tool that you can draw for to rile up the tribe.
And that is why I have never encouraged it on my platform. It's the quickest thing that will get you blocked or banned from my platform. And I warn them that if I see them, not on my platform, but if I see them promoting it on another platform, I'll block them the same way. I have a zero tolerance rate.
But I'm talking actual incidents.
Yeah, because it's weaponized now.
Yeah. Hello, welcome.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Morning, and Director Strike. Nice. Yes, something I know if all you could help me with it, and maybe lesser extent to the population. This race thing, whenever the PNM is out of office and another government is in office, you will find this race thing will raise its ugly head, and it will keep, like fire flaring. It says start flaring up, but it starts flaring up only when the PNM is in opposition. Or you can tell me why that's happening?
Wow, so you see that's something that is something that is affecting the scholar.
Yeah.
He's saying that
he sees a shift in the narrative when PNM is in opposition.
Yeah, that's his view. And these are some of the things that we need to find the underlying reason for. What can be done about it? When I posed the question, I was speaking about direct issues, mismanagement of funds.
Yeah. Lack of accountability for mismanagement of funds.
Contracts that go out a particular sector.
People tampering with documentation and not being held accountable for it.
Yeah.
Because in this pharmaceutical thing,
several issues rising up. When would we see the outcome of the issue raised on Balize House? And these are things that are thrown into the public, and it just lurk for a while. It's like you throw out a piece of meat, and you have the whoever loves meat, run at that at that particular time. But a lot of things happen in this country, Obi, and we get no resolution.
No, but look, pharmaceuticals is back up right now. No Senator John Beats, no Forest accountability.
We must hold them accountable for conclusion on these issues that you keep stressing the nation with. We have a very stressed nation.
Yeah. We have a nation that wants answers. And most of the time, they don't get them.
No closure.
None.
No closure.
Agreed. I agree with you 110% with that.
And listen to callers tell us about what took place with OPVs in this country from then to now.
Yeah.
Why is it so confusing? Why do we have some of the brightest minds in our parliament? Some of the brightest people to walk the halls of power, but we seem it seems to be difficult for them to resolve simple issues.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
In very, very interesting topic. You all are hitting the nail on the head, man. Yeah. So here now, well, I am from Long Island myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just celebrated my last birthday on the 14th of July going.
Okay then.
Right.
Happy belated, brother.
Happy belated.
Yeah. So here now, with my experience and having been in songs longer than Chester, you know what is the solution in my view? You see what the late Basil Pandey, may God bless his soul wherever he is, constitutional reform.
Wow.
Gentlemen, that is what we need in this country. We have been ruled by archaic colonial laws, and we need. I don't know how to urge this government to put that as a priority. And when we have laws that say, listen, you know, the magistrate and the judges are compelled to adhere to stringent laws. You know, a man can't come today in front of a magistrate on that he about 15 robberies he have on the record, and the magistrate giving him bail. No, man. We must have laws that this magistrate who this criminal is up against have to be ruling that he cannot grant that person bail. And these kind of things. That is just one avenue. It's a long topic.
Yeah.
We have to go. And coming back to the politicians, there have to be stringent laws about these politicians and them all. I'm not saying you anything good and PNM bad. All politicians, when they reach in the high office, they do take kickbacks. All. Desmond Carty said that, and it's true. I have seen it with my own two eyes, experienced it with government officials, and you get a contract. In my field, it was air conditioning, and the man who gave you the contract said, "Listen, I talked to your boss, you know, I could give you the contract. He had to give me so and so. I was guilty as charged.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I couldn't get that contract." You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what we have to get our UNC government to put as a priority to do constitutional reform. We ought to be able to get at least 5 brilliant people who have Trinidad country at heart and being very patriotic to TNT to draft, go back to the old laws and draft new laws. You know? I think that's enough.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, because look at it this way. How long have we been waiting for Camille to explain the brown bag of money? We have never gotten accountability or closure for that. We're still waiting. The Marlene McDonald incident, we're still waiting for accountability and closure on that. Akil Chambers, We're still waiting for accountability and closure on that. This is our society is a society that is run where accountability and closure is something that is seldomly given.
It's missing. It seems to be missing.
It's like it's running on autopilot.
But let me ask you something, Obi. The caller raised a very, very, very salient point about politicians. Is it that the politicians are seeing the corridors of power as a way to enrich their generation? Because I don't know, but to me, I'm not saying for anyone else, to me, it seems to be very enticing to go into law and then politics. And a lot of people get away with a lot of stuff. Is it that we need more stringent laws when it comes to holding them responsible? And if we get these laws, would we see the number of politicians that we have presently? Because I am one that is big on accountability, you know.
Snipes, how are we getting that when the people who have to write those laws are the people who sit in there? What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man?
Hi, good morning, welcome. Caller, your radio is a little too loud.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just a minute. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day.
Good day.
Yeah, Heavy here.
Great to have you inside, Heavy.
Yes. I listened to the discourse of the conversation. And I think I should get in here to give my 2 cents.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Now, no country in the world have adopted the Singapore model of government. And the reason for that,
Is interesting.
you will not go to a parliament and make laws to incriminate yourself. Right? The guy, Lee Kuan Yew, the first, I don't want to say the first leader of Singapore, but that particular leader of Singapore made a mandate in the constitution of Singapore to make corruption the highest level of crime in that country by a politician. Right? You could get executed if you are found in corruption, nepotism, favoritism, any form, on any level. So from the top down to the public service, to the police service, to the anybody public. You break those laws, you'll face the consequences. And you see what Singapore is today, as a country with no resources. Right? We here, in our constitution, allow the role of the Prime Minister and the Cabinet to be the beginning and end all of everything. Right?
Yeah.
So once a party in the Westminster system that we adopted from the British wins the majority of seats in Parliament, the Prime Minister is equivalent to an emperor or a king in colonial times. Right? All the roles and functions and what he could do and he could do almost anything. And with a stroke of a pen or by a word of a mouth, he can say whatever. And go ahead. Once they have the majority in the parliament. Right? So that right there is a level of power that if we have a tyrant in power, which we had many times, we are at the mercy of whoever is in power at this point in time. So if we have a good person who's in power, then the country will prosper. If we have a thief or a tyrant in power, the country will go down. And that is what we have been facing for all these years in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Heavy.
And you know,
one of our own.
yesterday, one of your veteran callers.
That's Heavy.
Oh, Heavy, you see? Yeah. Because I heard you say Heavy and I didn't pick up that I thought he was calling me Heavy.
Yeah, and this is something that he has been saying for quite a while. You know, this is something that he has been saying for quite a while. And I don't know if some of the stalwarts in the politics notice that this probably is the underlying problem that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago.
And yesterday my co-host, she called in and said the same thing. She spoke about Singapore's laws, and she was saying that if Trinidad was governed with half of the laws self, here would function better.
But you see, someone once told me, nothing is wrong with following. Something is wrong with getting left behind. And I think Heavy hit the nail on the head by saying no one will go into the corridor. And you said it before, just not in those words.
Yeah, because
no one will go.
You did send my IQ to my big toady when you hit me with that. Because I was like, what? They're not going to write that against themselves.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it. They know. Let me tell you something. The learning of the law, and that is why I've always told Trinidadians, there is something that we should have teach. And if
should have taught. Yeah.
I mean, if it's things that we're looking at that you are saying grinds my gears, this is another one. I believe that our constitution and our laws should be taught in schools from as early as primary school.
But if I educate you that early, then you will grow up to resent me.
I'm not resenting you. I'm holding you accountable. And that is why I've always said that there's a specific...
So you're saying that they're dumbing down the nation?
I've been saying it from day one of when I started doing this. I've specially stressed on one political organization that does it the most, that thrives on the ignorance of the society. That is why their former prime minister could have stood comfortably on a podium and said Trinidadians are stupid.
Oh my God, you said that. I saw my father probably cussing the radio right now. He hates to hear. My father literally, tortured me with that statement for approximately 10 years. Well, not 10 years, probably about 7 years.
Really?
Every time we having a conversation, he would say, "You ain't see, call we stupid."
Your father is a wise man.
I said, Daddy, he did not say that. I think they edited. He said, no, he said it.
No, they didn't edit it.
He said.
They didn't edit it.
And I would just
just
go upstairs or run away from the conversation because it hurts every time. It hurts every time my father says it.
Yes.
Look what they do today. But you remember he called me stupid. Good morning, Daddy.
Good morning, Pops, wherever you are.
Hi, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
I lost that one.
Yeah.
Let's take a WhatsApp call, and we have some voice notes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, welcome.
Morning, gentlemen.
Pleasant good morning, sir.
Facts over feelings every time.
Hey, boy, facts over feelings.
Once you learn from your history, you don't repeat it, you know.
Well said.
Yeah, and this, as I said this already, this looking like 86 all over again. Because anti-cams and them could bring back the country, put it on a little footing, and then bam, they just hand it back over again. And it's the whole cycle of this bubble nonsense again.
But let me ask you, facts over feelings. Facts over feelings, presently. And this is a question that people might be afraid to ask. Do you feel in the present moment that the administration in power, the UNC, is on a footing where they could just hand it back over? Is it looking like that to you?
No, it's not looking like that, you know. Come on, the population, we have a real kind of funny population here, you know, and Tobago has always been smarter than us, you know.
Ah, boy.
Yeah, they have always been smarter than us.
Like
you could only fool them about twice. You're not getting a third chance.
Yeah.
And some Tobagonians, they could only fool them once. But yeah, back to the point, the wealth of this nation, brother, if we had been managed properly from inception, the poor, the oppressed, the downtrodden, the sick, the afflicted, the poor, the disabled, these people, this community of people wouldn't be living like how they living if he had been governed properly from inception. That is always my problem with this country. Not really the and we have a classism problem here. It's really not really race.
Classism.
Race is only rated for election and when things get a little antsy and bitey and whatever.
Yeah.
The problem here is class.
Yep.
Because
it has always been.
You shopping Price Mart, you coasting on me because I shopping by the Chinese. I shopping by the parlor by the corner, and you shopping by the Massey, so you better than me. And it's a better than kind of syndrome. We need to get away from that and consider ourselves as Trinbagonians. Until we see ourselves as that, brother, we're not going nowhere. And that is just my 2 cents on this whole thing. All love and respect.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much,
You
bro.
know, the conversation made a twist.
It made a slight twist,
Yeah,
so we had to bring it back.
The conversation made
Let's bring it back.
a slight
Yeah.
twist because I asked it, and I don't know if the people understand what I asked them. I asked the question in a way because a lot of people told in a lot of things that
Yeah.
happened in the past that they felt that was not resolved, and as a matter of fact, it's now affecting running the nation.
Yeah.
Right.
But you notice one of the things, technically, he did give an answer. He said, oh, he's seeing it looking like 86 all over again.
Yeah, he did say that.
Which means
He did say that.
something from the past that is bothering him, he's seeing it repeating again. And it's still bothering him.
Well, we just may go back to 86 and check what were the occurrences. Hi, good morning and welcome.
Pleasant good morning.
1 second, let me just get.
Yeah, turn on the volume.
Yeah. Your last caller was on point. Go to the head of the class. Because you know what?
What happened?
And
What happened in '86 that was so terrible that he was alluding to?
What happened in 86?
Yeah, I was about.
What happened
4
in
years.
86 is that this country woke up for some reason or the other. The things that was happening in the country wasn't supporting the average man in the street was realizing that listen, he paying taxes and he not getting the services he need from the government. And he realized that the government he had in place was hoarding the money, I should say.
That was which administration?
Right? That will be under the PNM, the prior administration. So he voted in
I wanted you to say it. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. He voted in a new administration, right? But then you see what we just miss is the PNM propaganda machine works very well. Understand? They have been at this game a long time, you know. It's hard to beat them at it, you know. They just sit down and plan. Right? Even up to yesterday, I was on I think heavy program, and I make reference that the last PNM government we had know that they couldn't run the country again, and they was playing to lose the election because they wanted the opposition to come in inside there, see trouble, put things in place. And as they put things in place, they know the same game they play in 86 is the same game they're going and play again to get straight back into government, because when they lost the election this time, everything they're saying is, we're only getting money to do that.
Yeah.
Only making promises. We're only getting money to do that. Because they know very well they left the treasury empty. And they left us in debt of $140-something billion.
You're talking facts, caller.
Right?
We want facts today.
So they know they couldn't run it. They very well know that any government getting in there would have had to let go, mash up that CPEP program and URP program and all them eat-a food little program it had.
So hold on, caller. I want to ask you a question. So are you saying that they deliberately left it so that UNC would come off as the villain in trying to fix the country?
Of course. They did it. Listen, they did it, and it's the same playbook. Just all you had to do is watch the playbook. It's the same playbook that they used in 86.
Wow.
And straight up to the 1990 coup. We have to, if you look at all the events, right? Action speaks louder than words. All right? PNM have a way that if you listen to them carefully, you have to listen to what they're not saying, you know.
Yeah.
What they're not saying is what they're really saying. And you have to listen to them. If you realize from the time from the time Rowley realized here what happening, that he have enough seats to cause to hold on to the opposition, to create enough problems in the parliament for the new incoming government. He conceded and he said, all right, here what happening, we lost, so let's take win.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man say, all take win, yes?
Let's take win. Go ahead.
That's nothing else.
It's a clean up. Let's take one before we go to the bills and we have the user to top. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, sorry for calling back. Heavy.
That's all right, Heavy.
I heard you ask that question. What happened in 86? Is it that you don't know? Is that you just wanted the caller to say?
I know what happened in 86. I know the entire playbook, but I want the callers to put it into the public domain. You see, sometimes as a presenter, you don't dive into the mud. You be a journalist and you allow your callers to express themselves.
Yeah. And give them an opportunity to see how much they know.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
If in fact he misspoke, I would be able to
course correct.
To cross correct. I just checked.
But I'm familiar with 86 just out of my research, and from.
Well, if he's speaking of the playbook, that's 5 years between the coup and 86, and it gives you a perfect timeline to back check the playbook.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because nothing is new under the sun, you know.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, like you were talking about in terms of the age bracket, where I would have sought out that knowledge because I like this as a niche. There is many young ones who don't know.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
And you shall pick up 86. 86 come about not too far away from the oil boom. When was the last oil boom finished? When it started sometime in the 70s. I think we had 2 oil booms within that time leading up to 86. Am I correct?
I'm not sure, but I know we had a second oil boom somewhere between the PNM leading the country.
All right.
I'm not sure if it's 2.
Right. But during that time, you remember our Prime Minister of Jamaica, I can't remember the name, if it's Manley or the other, I think it was Mr. Manley, one of them, said that money had passed through here like a dose of salt. You all remember that?
I can't remember that.
Neither can I.
All right. Okay, well, all right. So you also was said that. One of them said that.
But I'm pretty sure one of our callers will call us and enlighten us.
But take us down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
Yeah, that was said. But what I'm saying is that we had a lot of money then, and within a short space of time, 1986 come about, and that was a revolution, not by bullet, but by ballot. Right? What made the PNM? Because the PNM was the problem. That is why we had reached there. And that is why the NAR government got problems. That it reached to 91 with the coup. But you see, coming back to propaganda and thing, and a guy said just now, a caller, you can't beat them with propaganda. You can do it now because now it's a different era. Right? You have information to your fingertips.
Yeah.
So it's far different from 86 and now. So I think the PNM days are numbers as far as getting back into office anytime soon. Have a good morning.
Thank you, caller. Very
interesting take. Very, very, very interesting take. I like the way the elder understands just how much the technology has changed and just how much he would have mentioned that information is now at the fingertips of the
harder
layman,
to spin.
Of the layman. The man on the ground now have information in the palm of your hand. So the tactics that you would have used
you can't use it again.
Some working, make no mistake about it. Some of the tactics going through. No doubt about that, OB. But the majority of the population can now see straight through.
It's harder to fool them.
Yeah. We We're up for the news in a short while, and of course we go into the second hour. Are you feeling stressed as yet? No stress? No stress.
It's no stress. It's just, it's just really nice shoes that I have to fill.
That's the idea.
But there's no stress.
No stress.
Hey, Michael.
Welcome back inside TNT. This is Off the Record. Sitting in today, we have Obi.
Yep. Pleasant good day again to everyone. And the YouTube is YouTubing. So good morning again to everybody on the YouTube who is inside of it.
Obi, I want to take this time to apologize to you. In sitting with me, how many times you've had the opportunity to sit with me now?
Probably about 6 times in total.
6 times, and I would have.
Outside of me, when I now come and I wanted to learn, and I would come earlier and just sit down next to you to learn.
So I must understand that you did not just appear in media.
Mm-hmm.
You came out of social media where you would have had a massive following. And you still do have a massive following on social media where you would share your opinion and conduct a show in a particular manner. Coming into open air radio is something totally different, and you would have experienced that thus far. My style of sharing information and giving training might be a little tough, and I have to remember as well that not everyone comes from the same background. So sometimes when I correct you on the air, I should have done it off the air. So I want to apologize to you for that.
Not
everyone is the same. You ever read Animal Farm?
Yeah. I think that's the second time you asked me if I've read it too.
Because it's one of the books that had a very, very, very serious message and teaching. A lot of people would miss it. But we must understand. Sometimes we read to understand. Good morning and welcome.
Pleasant good morning.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen. We're coming back to 1986 again.
Excellent.
What I could tell you, what I know, is the reason why the election was called before time is because they go back to the 1986 model. And they know that if they had carried the election to at the allotted time that they're supposed to call them, they would have lost more, and they would have lost Arima seat. Because remember now, Arima only win by 500 and something votes. They recorded it at the show. So they use that model now to save themselves from losing more seats. Right? And now, what they fail to realize now, because they don't have ideas and strategies, we have a younger generation. So let's remember, during this election going, it's the first time I see that there are a lot of youths that came out throughout the entire country supporting this government, all right? And they took the fight to the elders who telling them, if you want to vote for PNM, don't come back in the house, and all this sort of a thing. They show the parents and then the information, like you were saying, we have a phone on your hand, so the information is at our tips of our fingers. So they show that to them, and they cannot fool youth anymore. So I thank the youth and them for coming out and making a change. So fellas, the PNM days are numbered. They are numbered. They have to answer for what they have done. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, caller. The 1986 playbook again. You feel so?
Yep. And well, you remember these people. One thing I have to say, I thank God for radio, is because you remember I told you at the starting of the program, there is good information to be taken even from the bad side. One of the things that social media doesn't give me a proper chance to do unless they voice note me inbox privately, you don't get to engage with the veterans. And that is why I was so thankful when I was here, because you get to hear history. I have learned so much from these callers. So they all have, because you remember they were there, so they could tell you how 86 was. That is why they could tell you, listen, this is the exact same thing. And I would employ my younger audience, because I know they are listening, go do some research on it.
Not just that. Parents, if your children are at home right now, tell them to get close to the radio. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good day.
Caller, you live?
Listen to us through the
Hello,
phone and
good
on the radio,
morning.
please.
Hi, good morning, welcome.
Morning to the ground, to your studio there this morning.
Off the
Good
record.
morning, sir. Good morning.
Mr. Snipes, I want to congratulate you on your topic this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you are a very intelligent guy, and let me tell you something. I was born in a country they call Tabaki.
Uh-huh.
I am 70 years. I was in my area was the 70s, 60s, and 70s.
Some of the greatest
And
men.
I think we're supposed to bring back memories of those times. I was born in a little village called Tabaki in the country, and you know how we was brought up. We brought up with a lot of discipline, and that discipline that we had in those days, that our parents taught us not to pass older people on the street.
Yeah.
Our parents taught us to be kind to people, right? And our parents taught us to live an honest life. And these are the things I think the government is supposed to put back in some book and put it to the schools so that we will live that kind of life once more again. The younger people is a different generation now. So congratulations to you, Mr. Snipe. Your name, that name you get Snipe. You like a sniper. You have patience, and when you pull the trigger, you're always on target. Congratulations to you, and you stay good, my brother. Thanks very much for listening to my contribution.
All right.
So you see what his issue was, right? He thinks that the youth of the past and the youth of the future, we need to go back to the style of the past and bring it to the future to teach the young ones about respect for elders and stuff like that. So I guess that would have been what his issue would have been from the past.
Let's go to some voice notes.
Yes, morning again, guys. Morning again. Good topic as usual. Yeah, well, I agree with the caller there. We need constitution reform. Since yesterday we were talking about it, but somebody have to be in the UNC heirs, in the UNC hierarchy, to change these archaic laws. You know, we need to do something drastic. America changing, everybody changing. Look, Africa changing too. Maybe Africa's small. They're changing in a small way, but they're changing with theory. We need to change too. You understand? We need to beat that into the UNC, let them change. At least these 100,000 people might change their mind and vote for the UNC instead. You understand? They had to put some kind of committee out there to focus on that. You know what I mean? We really, really, really need that. Them archaic thing. Look, the judges and all. Look, the I think the Barrett lady, the guy who he was on 100 and something charges, something he was on some 100 and something charges he have to his name and they let him out still. All that is madness. We had to change the laws. We had to, them judges and them had to be. We had to put some things for the judges and them to be more to judge more fairly now. So them and all can't break the law neither. You understand? We need a whole overhaul of this whole system. You know what I mean? It's a long topic, but I will come back again.
What say you?
I agree with him. Listen, so far nobody in wrong, you know. You notice it's only everybody who brings a argument brought a solution.
Yeah.
So nobody is in the wrong so far. Constitutional reform is important, right? But again, accountability. Because if you don't know your past, you can't know your future, where you're heading.
You're also doomed to repeat it.
Thank you.
Good morning, OB, Mr. Snipes, and TNT. Mr. Snipes, I always say that racialism is not an issue in Trinidad. It is just a handful of people who are boisterous that makes it appears that we have a problem. We do not have a racial problem.
Okay, Barakpo. Let's take Barakpo because Barakpo has been trying to get through since this morning. Barakpo,
Good morning, gentlemen.
good morning.
Gentlemen, listen to the conversation and everything. Do you think we would be better off if we were under a communist rule? So that, we would have to study reform constitution and try to force people into doing the right thing and to respecting each other and all this kind of thing. Do you think we as a nation and a country, we are not ready to be in democratic and independent as a people with how we operate and behave?
Barakpo,
That is the question.
Barakpo, after all that we have gone through and accomplished, I'm finding difficulty following what you're trying to ask me.
No, because look at we as a people. We don't respect each other. We don't respect our environment. We don't, we live a kind of lawless kind of mentality, and we want the best for ourselves. Now, when you compare, now, let me just say something about the kids and the youth and everything. Now, there's no formula for raising children the right way. There's no formula for a perfect marriage. But there's only one way to do the right thing. And anytime we having problem doing the right thing, then something wrong with us. Anytime we seeing different views of how the right thing is supposed to be done, in letting our children know that this is right and wrong, and you have two parents in the home, when one trying to say, hey, if it is, you need to enter a room and tell everybody good morning, that is the right way. And then the other part of the marriage now, or the other part of the parent, say, well, you don't need to tell everybody morning. You could just, say morning to your friends or some kind of thing. And that is when conflict comes into and confusion in the heads of how we move forward as a nation. Like I say, I cannot raise my children the right way, or you might raise yours or somebody else, but all of us could teach our children what is right and wrong, and then we have a better society. Back to the situation where we were talking about the respect for everything and living in a communist kind of mentality. Now, we don't really see all this kind of drama taking place in Russia and China and all this kind of thing. And these countries are well disciplined. They are model country. And then you compare them with the ones that is all the democratic rights and the way they behave, and is human being ready to be left alone and be able to make the right decision on their own, or we always have to punish or put things to restrict us, to remind us that we need to do the right thing. Look, the same scenario. Just imagine we had to put 30 police posts to tell Trinidadians to hear what, or they need to behave all themselves. We already have all these police stations all over the place. We already have so many police. We have army, we have coast guard. And now we have to come and add to that to say, hear what, every morning when you all get up now, all you see police and army in front of you because all you just can't behave all yourself. You understand? And where we going with this? After the police post, obviously, people like Gary Griffith and they would come out and say, well, you see, it ain't working. Look, they're still committing murder. So now, we have the police post, we have the police station, we have the laws, we have everything. And we will be looking for another additional to that. And what's the bottom line where it comes down to? The honest, law-abiding citizen that pays taxes are the ones that would always feel the brunt and the burden comes on them. When you're supposed to be working and you work hard, you educate your children, you do everything right, you don't have a conviction in the court and everything, and you draw your salary, and it takes 25% of your salary when you could have been living a nice, decent life, traveling and enjoying it. You have to fund these things, and you not committing any of the crime. And then on the other hand, the people now who falls under the tax bracket, they have to pay taxes, go through the education system, waste time, commit crime, looks for handouts and everything. They live free and enjoy the life because they party, they wine and dine, they don't have anything to worry about. And then, so, sometimes when you sit and you analyze the situation, it's better you really do strive for success
So let me take you back to your initial question, Barack Paul. Would you pack your children and your family up and go to a communist country and live?
If it means that, I can live comfortable, the money that I earn, it have value in the sense that, when I go to the grocery, I can spend it. When I go to the health institution, I can get good health care and everything. And then the same way that now there are communist countries like Cuba and things that you wouldn't want to be a part of. But there's communist countries like in China and Russia and things that when you see and you experience the system, how it works over there, and you just obey the law and do the right thing, trust me, it's a beautiful place to live.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah. Well, interesting take.
Very interesting take. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just
yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Just amused with some of
the
ideologies that come in. Hello, welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning,
sir.
Today, August 6th, the National Day of Jamaica, the Independence Day of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I haven't heard it mentioned. I haven't seen anything in the media concerning that. No. I just said I will brought it to your attention that today is the National Day of Jamaica, the 6th of August.
Okay then.
Thank you so very much for sharing that with us. A man like me who is an original fan of Jamaica, how I could miss that, but and not share that with the people. You tell me if there's any merit. Alright, so I was playing a voice note and I don't know if I didn't get to complete it.
Thursday, August 6, 2026.
Yeah.
It's considered the National Day of Jamaica, celebrated annually. So I guess the call is
It's not
correct.
the Independence, it's the National Day.
Yeah, Independence Day is the National Day. Is the National Day of Jamaica, celebrated annually on the 6th of August.
All right, so happy Independence,
Happy
Jamaica.
Independence, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller.
I want to replay this voice note because I think Barack Paul would have.
Yes, we didn't get it here, and it was going interesting.
So let's go back there.
Mr. Snipes and TNT. Mr. Snipes, I always say that racialism is not an issue in Trinidad. It is just a handful of people who are boisterous that makes it appears that we have a problem. We do not have a racial problem in Trinidad. When events, carnivals, CPL, football, when all these things come together, we have different expos. When you go to the beaches, it's not like a Afro have to go there and an Indian have to go there and a Syrian have to go. Everybody lives in one. The racialism is centered about getting a particular group of ethnic people to think their ideology, right? Look, only yesterday, day before my husband, he went with his two workers, they went to Tobago, and he came back by boat. And in the boat, in the seating arrangement, there was 4, and it was only 3 of them. And we have East Indian descent, and an Afro guy came and said, well, can I sit? He said, sure. And they played card for the whole 3 hours. They mingle only to notice that he's a businessman, and they exchange numbers, and they play game, and they eat snacks. And let me tell you something. Racialism is taught we grew up is how you grow up, is how your parents, what they ingest in you. That is why the older ones now, the younger ones now are struggling to break away because they still have their parents' influence. We don't have it's just a handful. The majority of Trinbagonians live together. We do things together. We grow up together. And the only way this is going to stop, it will take each and every one of us to stop that and don't entertain it. Thank you. Hi, good morning again. I'm hearing about, and I know that we have to, if we want change, we have to go down the line of constitutional reform. But this is my personal view. I think that the UNC is going to take up that mantle, but they can't do it now. I think what is, from my point of view, what is at the forefront of at the government right now is to get back the country economically stable. There's a lot that since they came in, they had to deal with. They have to find money to run the country. They also have to come up with ways, investments and stuff. And I think once these investments take root and it kicks off, and I think they will be much more in a better place to start to change the constitution. But they can't do it now because it's so much. Because right now, we in survival mood. You understand? We in survival mood.
Okay then, caller. Okay, and I have always said that I do not believe that we have a huge racial problem in this country. I always say that it is a small, insignificant amount of people who are stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Right? The majority of the society does not think like that. And again, I will say it because the caller is right. Racism is something that is taught. Because if we were to take a bunch of little children from around Trinidad and Tobago and stick them in a room together, they will all play together.
Yeah.
And that is the truth. Caller, good morning.
Caller, listen to us on the phone line, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay, good morning, Obi.
Good morning, Granny, good morning.
And good morning, the others. This is Granny.
Yes, Granny.
I want to send out a message to all the parents we have children. I want all of us to go. We in the country had no easy time, and we didn't have no easy time. My granny now, I wasn't granny before. I had responsibility too. I want all of us to go and find anything to do. Do all your work, all you have to put at hand. Don't be on radio station 1 year and something now, only asking for hands out. We want this, or we want that, we want that for children. Children have to go to school, that is all your children. The president that come in next, go and find any work. For the state market right.
Okay, Granny, we're going for the play draw. We'll have to cut you.
Okay, now.
We're going for the NLCB draw.
Good morning. Welcome to the NLCB's 10:30 a.m. draw for Thursday, 6th August 2026.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the number one talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Bramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM.
Them and get real trouble, I think sometimes for you be
Yes, good day, people. We are back, and Snipes is causing havoc in the station.
Sometimes I real turn them and think of this. That's the trouble for so. You know, I'm kind of agreeing with you on the fact that we don't really have a racial problem here. It's classes.
Yeah.
You know, the
haves and the versus the haves not.
And you treat people a particular way when they have, and they can do certain things when they have and you can't. The conversation.
And you get a lot of backlash for being in a position like that, eh? Yeah, once you're in a position where you can do more or eat more, drink more, entertain more, and even if you make it that public, there are a lot of people say, oh, you're showing off, you're this and that, but it's not that they're watching it as you're showing off, you know, they're just watching it as I'm in a position that I can't do that.
Yeah.
So because of that, I project it as envy or anger or hate. But we do have a racism problem in this country.
And then it's the ignorant people who saying, well, why you can't get up and get?
Yeah.
If them could do it, you could do it. But that is not the truth. The fact is that if we both go to the starting line and I get a head start, I may complete the race before you.
But you could say that, but what is the head start? Because sometimes the head start could just be an intervention of somebody, you know. Or better yet.
Well, I'm not questioning what the head start is. I'm saying that you got it.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be.
Both of us could be running the race good, right? We both of us start at the bottom, at the starting line together. But somewhere along the line while I was running the race, a coach intervened on the side of me on the track and said, hey, lock in. And just that line alone could motivate me to run faster.
Yeah, I would append that to parents putting something in their children.
But not only parents. Snipes, you and X do that every day. You all, when you just ask for parents to go find the children and put them sit down in front of the radio, that was intervention.
I understand what you're saying. Let's take Trump. Hi, welcome.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Front and center. How are you doing? Good day. Hey, to an extent, I may respectfully kind of disagree with that statement that some say that there is a racism situation in Trinidad. The only individuals who really benefiting once there's a race problem or issue, we begin with the lowest of the low, those who just exploit it, like the racists, then the sycophants or the political hacks, and last but not least, the politicians. And let me tell you something, though. The problem, as I said, when we were taken from the motherland, right? And I ain't kind of opening up Pandora's box and going down the great debate about slavery or whatever. But what I'm saying, though, is that while we were able to keep and hide some of our customs and our heritage or whatever the case may be from Massa and so on, one thing we did not, that wasn't taken away from us and that we brought over ourselves, is tribalism. And I'll tell you why. You see, at least they look at the Asians, or the Chinese and Indians, if you want to break them down. Some Europeans, not all, but still, right? And then the group that was just focused on, one thing they do, they take care of their own and they circle the wagons regardless of the differences you may have. And what we do, you see with the tribalism, we fight down each other, shoot down each other, whatever, right? And then we hitch a wagon, whether it's with a political ideology or a political party who some elements of it may promote it, or a particular, other heritage than our own. Again, this is my opinion that I'm also deriving my perspective on, based on data and based on research done by Black individuals like ourselves. So, but you see, and now a lot of people always tell me, oh, you always like to compare America to Trinidad and so on, but as I always say, yeah, you can make a comparison, and you know why? Because when we look outside to see what we can adopt for ourselves, we always look for the negative aspects to do that. And there's a whole saying within conservative circles that the Democratic Party hates more when black and whites get along.
Wow.
Doesn't work for them.
Powerful statement.
All right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, guys. God bless. Cheers.
And he's right. I've and that is why I've always said it. I've never preached division, right? But I can tell you this. I remember when I had now started off as Opinion Box, a radio host tried to sway my narrative. At that time, I wasn't either.
I wonder if I remember this.
I wasn't even PNM or UNC. But I remember that radio host trying to put me in an uncomfortable position. And I stood my ground on it because they didn't know my background. But I remember what happened on the show wasn't what made me push. And that's why I said there was a lot of reasons why I pivoted to the UNC. It was what happened after the show. I got a call from him and he told me that you're a young black man. And the way how you talk.
This is who calling you?
This was Pastor Google. Telling me that I'm a young black man and that the narrative that I'm putting out into the public can be seen as pro-UNC. And that as a young black man, I should support my own and stick to my own. And he took it a bit further. But if the answers ever come up, I'll
You
I'll reveal
expose-
everything.
Yeah.
But the narrative was never constructed around that. It was a
It
people-driven
wasn't
narrative.
constructed around your color, your ethnicity.
or party. It was just a narrative based on what I had known from my education and from being in the field.
Yeah.
Which he didn't know. I was in the field. I was employed in the field. And it told me immediately.
Oh, so you was mashing up somebody's contract or something?
Yes.
Okay.
And it
And I don't know. I'm just asking. Eh?
And it told me immediately that they were going to try to force me to draw a line in the sand.
Wow.
And I couldn't draw a line. You want me to draw a line in the sand, but the reasoning for drawing the line in the sand, you were trying to tell me make that decision based on my hue. And I didn't want to accept that because I understood my hue didn't mean anything to me. That is why I said I've always looked at myself as I'm a Trinidadian.
Yeah.
And I've always sold the narrative because I make it as a joke, but it's serious. If a country invades Trinidad today and our regiment cannot, and our TTPS cannot toe the line, right next to me with my cutlass in my hand will be an Indian named Prakash with his tree line also.
To defend this land.
To defend this land.
Yeah.
And because of that, I refuse to promote it or live in the reality. It is a very minute group of people who think with that silly narrative.
Well said. Well said. Thanks for the insight into that experience that you had. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good day again, gentlemen.
Good day.
Great to have you back inside, man.
You all started, I would say that you started a little bit, to my knowledge, radical, but I was tempted to call, but you end up mellowing it by what you just said. Now, Obi and Snipe, listen, we are Trinidadian. We were born here in Trinidad, right? We ought to be proud of that and be that.
Yep.
I don't know where this thing from African. Who African is in Trinidad? Who Indian it have from India in Trinidad? Who Chinese have from China in Trinidad? Or Syrian or whatever. We are Trinidadian, and you see the thing about it is that certain talk shows, I'm throwing it out generally, talk shows, right? They try to promote this thing about Indian this, black this, African this and that.
Yeah.
And you see when they stop doing that and address themselves as Trinidadian, and Trump will follow suit. You understand? And this is what prompting and aiding and abetting the so-called racism against one another, politically, more politically than ethnicity or whatever like, right? And talk shows hosts in general, who the capitalists let them wait. They should stop, and I say capital S, stop this thing about African and Indian and China and whatever. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Obi,
But
I kind of agree with the caller.
yeah. But I want to go back to, because we stray away from.
Yeah, we do
So
have
let me
we
go
do
back.
have a responsibility.
Let me go back to we original topic. What grinds your gears from the past that you think should be the governments should be held accountable for? Mismanagement of funds is a lot of things. The explanation for the fire truck wasn't so much to be pulled up. Fitzgerald lines with the wooden ladders. What happened to the wooden ladders? What was the outcome of that wooden ladders situation? Email gate.
Yeah.
All these things, no answers.
All these things just lurking and no answers.
None.
Let's go. Hello, welcome.
Hello, good day.
Good morning, my brother. You're walking up.
You're lucky he's not iron on the board. You'd get a donkey. You'd definitely get an old mule. You're lucky.
Go on the board.
Good morning, gentlemen. You know, they really say you can't please people. You know? I just listening to your last caller. They are now tuning into the program. And yes, I'm aware that they have this new initiative with the police posts and whatnot, you know. But the thing about it is, if you ain't do nothing, you ain't doing nothing. You put something in place to try something is a problem as well. Oh gosh, only give the plan a chance, okay? Give it a chance. And at the end of, say, 6 months or so, right, you would be able to make an assessment and say, you see, this is working and whatnot, and then try something different or amend the plan or add to the plan or something. And so, but all I'm hearing on the radio right now these days is negativity, right? We were hearing all the time, there's no plan in place and whatnot. All right, we have a plan now, okay? We've seen where the government is putting something in place now. Good Lord, give it a chance. Simple as that.
Good Lord.
If I could get that as a drop, I take it as a drop, you know, a good Lord drop. Good Lord.
Give it a chance.
And you see the reality, but he's correct there, because for the longest while, the chant was, there are no crime fighting plan. There are no crime fighting plan. The SOE is a ruling crime fighting plan. You can't have a ruling, that as a ruling crime. You beat that drum till the skin come off. And then all of a sudden now, they come up, they take, we talking about accountability. Yeah. They take accountability, they trying to implement something now, and you know you all have a problem with that too.
Wait, damn if you do, damn if you do. Tell her welcome.
Yeah, welcome again, fella. Say happening. I have a question for you, right? So if we have a plane load of Africans, right, that come from the African continent, that looks like Indians, they're born and bred in Africa, on the African continent, that came to that African emancipation show we had. What would I tell them? They're not Africans, they have to go home. And that's what I'm saying. Right? So we had to get rid of this stupidness. And I keep saying it, you know, you see all these holidays and days we having with what? African and Indian and this and that and whatever. And any holiday we have that causing the division in the country, we should get rid of it off of the calendar. If you want to stay home in your house and celebrate it, call the day. Call the day. But we again, you know, holiday and whatever. If you want to hold your celebration and thing, you go spend your money and hold your celebration. Understand? Hold your celebration in your community or wherever you want to hold it. You go there and you hold your celebration and do that. Understand? The other thing I want to ask all you. The average Trinidadian, how many Trinidadians could live on $20,000 a month? Can we live on $20,000 a month? And if we could live on $20,000 a month, we had to ask ourselves a question. Could politicians live on minimum wage? If they could live on minimum wage like everybody else, then we're going to know who really want to serve the country. They have a habit of saying, we love to serve the country. Or if just the monetary incentive they get as being sitting in parliament is the real thing that causing them to want to serve the country. Let me pay everybody $20,000 a month in this country, and we're going to see who really for country and who are against country.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a big one.
Okay, so Toure is taking his regimental salary as we know of, right? That we African boy, right?
Yeah.
Jack Warner took $1.
He had money.
Right. Okay. I love that you say that. All of them inside of these big shot lawyers and attorney, what they have?
Well, not because there's lawyers. I mean, they have money. No, some of them.
But they
some
in
of them
parliament
really going to court.
right? But and they in parliament and they have money. So, is it necessary that their salary needs to be that high? Because every time, because I brought it up when I brought it up during the pandemic and all these things.
You paid for the level and the service the country.
Okay, but anytime you ask them to take one for the team, a little cut in the salary, they always throw their hands up in the air.
I don't think. I think if you propose something like that, we'll have no politicians.
And then stand on a podium and say that I went to the supermarket and I noticed crick, saltfish, milk and flour has gotten so expensive while I was the person who was in charge of the country at that time. Wow. So you didn't notice until you stood on the podium? Come on, man. You're not making much sense.
Hello, welcome.
Morning first.
One before the news, go ahead.
They were saying in America, right? Right now, presently in America is Disability Awareness Month.
Okay.
Right? I want to lodge up Mr. Farley in Tobago one time, right?
Okay.
The man make a big move and people ain't really talking about it. The man say across the island, every ministry he employing one different able person.
Yeah.
That gonna get at least a few people off the system, of the social services and all this kind of thing.
Okay.
Trinidad need to adopt and follow suit.
Okay.
We larger by about, I don't know how much by how much, but I know Diego Martin are more people than Tobago, right? So we could more than afford to put 4 to 5 persons differently able in each ministry, whether it's deaf, hearing impaired, blind, and wheelchair bound. Because there are a lot of sitting down positions that wheelchair bound persons could do, as well as sitting down positions that blind persons could do as well. But there's apps and all these things to help them, right? So that's a big move. As well as, I want to bring this up too, as well as is Awareness Month in America, they also make a move where they're going backward. Because now they do some kind of thing where they revoke some kind of legislation where they're going to institutionalize differently able persons now in America. If they don't, I've seen people lobbying and things, because I like you, Obi, I really just be on the international news too. Right? I just focus here too, but I just try to keep my ears on what's going on out there, because when them catch cold out there, we gonna sneeze. When them sneeze out there, we gonna catch cold. So I just try to keep abreast of what's going on out there. Right? And that's just my 2 cents on international thing, or look at could check it all yourself too.
Thank you, right? Facts over
but
feelings.
Farley one time again.
Yeah.
Big move, Farley.
Stay with us, TNT. We got your news coming up next, right here.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Bramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment. We bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull.
Welcome back inside TNT. Welcome back inside TNT. This is Off the Record. Of course, Obi is holding it down today. I'm in his company, and I'm very happy to be here because I always like to get new perspective on things, and you have not disappointed thus far. Off the air, my friends, we were talking about how old things are now becoming new. You know, and Obi was sharing with me the experience of being around something called box cat. I did not grow up where there were hills. I grew up where it was flat and in a concrete jungle, and we didn't have much trees or hills. So it was really amusing to me to hear you, because I always wondered when they say they build a box cat. He was explaining to me how they get the bearings back then to stay on the box cat. I could never understand. Okay, building but how you getting the bearings to stay on? You know, so that's a piece of history that a lot
and building
about
a box cat was a talent as a youth. If you could build a box cat, whether you're building it for racing,
it used to be a team effort, or your parents used to help you, or it's just boys
sometimes it's your parents. Most in my community, library, a box cat was a resource.
Yeah,
it wasn't only just for fun. You would the racing ones would be the ones that we would make to have fun, which is the smaller box cats with the bearing, which is like sometimes one man or two man could
but you
sit
have to
on
have
it.
a hill.
Well, you have not enjoyed riding a box cart unless you pell down Bassa Hill in Library. If you're in Peldong, Bassa Hill in Library. Yeah, I'm from country originally.
Okay,
I'm from Library.
Because we are hills in Laventille.
Trust me. Trust me. For the people who rode box cart in Laventille, they could tell you it's an amazing experience. But I can tell you for Library, if you haven't pelled down Bassa Hill in a box cart, you're in experience, boy. It is steep and long. I mean, like when you start from the top of Bassa Hill, it hardly had cars on the road back then. So when you hit Bassa Hill, if you have a good built box cart that is and the bearings are oiled properly, you can ride from Bassa Hill, which is from the top by the Pitch Lake, all the way down.
The Pitch Lake is not in Library?
Yes.
So you're talking about Library?
Yes.
Okay.
So you could ride from the top of Bassa Hill all the way down to the beach.
With your box cart?
With your box cart.
Once you don't crash.
Once you don't crash.
Man.
Oh, trust me, the white man was the best part of it.
The white man could never be the best part of it.
The white man was the best part of it. If you ain't get curtailed from your clothes getting bust up from falling, or risking it for the biscuit and going and ride box cart, and some neighbors see you and tell your mother, you ain't experienced boy days in Library.
You have two boys.
Yes.
What from the old school would you have given to them that day?
They got everything old school.
Serious?
I made that mandatory in my household. So they know about playing rings, marble pitch rings, try and knock. They know about crystals. They know about, I taught them how to rip open spray paint cans to get crystals and KK out of it. They know about KK marbles. Well, now they're experiencing box cart for the first time, but in a modern way, not the unsafe way that their box cart, they have helmet and gloves and to keep them
so
safe.
Them and a white man to get.
Them and a white man to get, but they are experiencing it. But box cart was a thing that was a resource for Library, because what would happen is when we were having water issues in Library, a lot of our water would now have to come from the Pitch Lake in some cases.
Serious?
Yeah. So you would go up to the Pitch Lake with buckets and you'd fill water, and there were small box carts, and then we had mega box carts. Mega box carts now would contain barrels
this
of
is in
multiple.
What year?
this would have probably been all in the 1990s coming up. Yeah. So
but like 90s dancer.
Yeah. So a mega box cart would be a box cart that could hold at least 6 to 8 buckets or 2 barrels. And then people would go and fill the barrels now. And they would ride the box cart down Bassa Hill to wherever they live. And then because it has a rope in the front of it, when you reach places that has no velocity to give you traction to go forward, you would have to pull it with a rope. Yeah, you'd have to pull it with the rope because the rope is what you steer with.
Yeah.
So when you're coming downhill, you steer with the rope, but then when you get to the bottom, if it don't have no hill, you then come off and you pull the box cart to your destination, and then you either drag the barrel off of it or you scoop out the water and you pour it into the next barrel, and that was life.
That was life.
And you go again, and that was life. And it was fun too.
I'm now making a connection.
No tablet, no PC.
I'm now making a connection with when you said at the beginning of the show you want stricter laws for fathers who do not play the role that they're supposed to play, because
parenting is important.
I realize just how serious you are about parenting as a man.
Yeah, it is.
As a man, it's only the things that are in you can pour out into them. Yeah.
And you see, the thing is, long time when you're riding box cart and you're full in water.
Me know nothing about box cart, brother.
Well, right, but that was a family thing. If your household, if you have 10 siblings in your household, when it's time to fill them water barrel, everybody full in water. That is how it was, right? If you're going on box cart, sometimes you have somebody steering the box cart and your 2 other your siblings on the back of the box cart holding on, coming down the hill. That is how it was. So you had that community, and everybody know one another. So sometimes if your box cart bearings fly off, it's because your partner have an extra bearing to put on your box cart to help you come down the hill. People walking with extra nails in the pocket to pongy nail in case your box cart break or something.
I have noted that since you held it down for Stephan and X, they did not give you an opportunity to put people in the naughty corner. And
they just keep the naughty corner.
Why did they do that to you? Why did Mr. X and Stephan do that to you?
Because they just walk with the belt in the pocket, and Stephan does keep the loop to tap people in the hand in the pocket. They don't share.
I am saying today we walk with our own. So about now we get ready to head to the lines and allow you guys to put people in the naughty corner, because I mean a lot of things happen and people should have been in the naughty corner.
Yeah, boy.
A lot of things happened in the past week and people should have been in the naughty corner for this. You know, some people that deserve a little. Some of them would have deserve a little, and some of them deserve a little. You understand what I'm saying? So 6224911, 622. Obi is getting his opportunity to assist in putting people in the naughty corner. Call us and tell us who you think deserve a and who deserve a inside the naughty corner. Oh my gosh. Anybody want to train? Anybody want to train from early?
Early o'clock, boy?
Yeah, who you find should go in from early o'clock?
The PNM raras. The noisemakers who don't want to give nothing a chance to try.
There's a group of people that's talking about, no, this is not...
Yeah, all of them. Because you all...
We have a boss?
You all, listen, you all were calling for something to be done for a crime plan. Going a crime plan, all is still making noise. Take belt.
Hold that. Who else? Who else at the gate?
The opposition leader.
Why?
Because she should not have allowed her friend to walk to the front of the podium to disrespect the cultural minister. They talk on the ground that was she friend.
It's a ledge.
It's a cliff. It's a cliff. And the callers could take all the rest.
Let's go. Who had to get it here, caller?
I want to know be Panadol Barco.
Hey,
the fat man who just says she hungry and she booing Miss MP Michelle Benjamin. But
What is this? Oh my gosh. Who need to get it? Who need to get it? Who need to get it? Hello, welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen, and to your listeners. Before I say who have to get it, I want to ask, is it that any and everybody who has an issue or a challenge with the government or a government official automatically aligned to the PNM?
Well, I don't think that is correct to say.
No.
Because you
Then
could be a part of this administration and have an issue.
That is all I need to hear, Snipes.
Yeah.
Because I want to put the people in the corner who have no evidence to suggest that people who come out and making statements that might be against a minister or a government official or the government itself is somehow aligned to the PNM. Without them indicating so, wearing any PNM jersey, they never see them in no PNM rally. But just because they are challenging something about the government or some government official, they want to label them or align them with
I
the
think
PNM.
we should give them something. I think we should give them something. You want to give them some whip or you want to give them some tap?
Oh boy, get them tap, whip, slap, you name it, everything.
That real move back nigga,
Like move back.
real
move back. No, but he's right, you know.
Yeah.
He's right, you know. I've been looking at a trend, and there's a and I think there's a reason for that. I think there's a reason for that. I think some people that support the present administration are upset that these same people wasn't saying anything when the past administration was doing nonsense. So as soon as you come out and you talk, they feel like you're trying to attack the government. But it's not that we was saying before. How come we wasn't hearing you before? And I think that is the battle. I think that's the battle. Trump was calling when the news was reading.
I'll say, yeah, I apologize for it. But I love this segment though. hey, I have two to give. But the first one, and regardless whether you're Afro-Trinidadian, Indo-Trinidadian, whatever, right? Emancipation Day, men. Now I know why she did it. They put a she in front there, so they say, I don't want to be a chauvinist, right?
Yeah.
But we are known naturally as men that you want to protect females.
Your women, yeah.
And you could discreetly get up, or somebody could discreetly get up and at least say, Mom, this is not the time and place or whatever, and you just allow that to happen.
Well said,
right?
brother.
And yeah, so you can have a little talpet for that because, you know, it's emancipation. We don't want to be like the slave master, because whenever I get licks, I tell them, you know, is the worst thing than the slave master with a whip? The white slave master with a whip?
What?
A black man with a whip, whipping you. Them some clout. Them some clout, right? Right? So that, now, I don't know, for women, I feel kind of bad in a way because the next person is a woman. Now, she is the mayor, but I call mayor, M-E-I-E, not mayor, M-O-Y-E-R, right?
Yeah.
There was an issue a couple of months ago, and she was interviewed on a certain frequency, and there was an issue. It might have been a valid issue, right? With guys playing football or something, some way. And she turned up, and a lady or a woman turned up and said, well, what's going on? Who are you? And whatever, right? And it's like, do you know who I am, kind of thing. But what I'm saying, she had to make sure, instead she say a resident, a woman who is a resident of the area, she had to make sure she say the woman is of a different hue. You see where these people is make situation? Why couldn't you say a resident? You had to inject her, whether she was white, whether she was Syrian or whatever. That is what I'm saying, brother. The one who called in earlier and say, you know, all you
call
can't
that
say
an undertone. She
undertone. Exactly.
Yeah.
So she made sure she indicate that this woman who was nothing like us or of a different hue, that just say a woman.
Yeah.
So I know if you want to give her a little too tap, but Kingsley might say she like it. I don't know. But anyway.
I know that Kingsley would say she have at least 6.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we have to be careful. We have to be careful with the undertone.
Yeah.
That's something that you have to look out for because it's a sneaky something.
Speaking of that, well,
Sneaky.
go ahead. When you take that one, I know somebody
Yes,
who ought to get
caller.
that too.
Who need to get it?
Yeah. Terrence, I'm here to get some professor and the curator at the Queen's Park Oval for fixing up a pitch for spinners for the Pakistan team to beat up on the West Indies. And Terrence, I'm here to get the look too. He had to get a team for picking a team with no spinners in it. No spinners. He had to get some tap and slap too. In Australia. But he knows not that. It's a winner to use the joy later.
Yeah, man, the bad venting boy. Venting licks. You know who ought to get, speaking of undertone, speaking of undertone, you know who ought to get some of that too? Cummins.
Serious?
Cummins for the statement he made in front of Balize House where he say it have a certain group of people in this country that feel all the land is theirs.
What? Undertone?
And he said, I know they're going to say a dog whistling, but I don't care. He doubled down on it.
Hold on. Take two behind your head. Take one in your face so that too.
Somebody on the YouTube say the pothole me. I had to get some too.
Yeah, morning, Naughty Corner.
Good morning.
Right, so the good friend of Penelope Becker is the U.S. resident, alleged, who came down and wanted to protest in front of the Emancipation celebration for the minister. Right, so you will give you something from it?
All right, nice. Hold that.
Right. And the second one now is this one, Wendell Eversley. Right? Who calling himself some senior counsel of the Fifth Estate.
What?
Right? So let me tell Wendell Eversley, he's saying he's an SC. So let me tell him with Wendell Eversley, SC is not senior counsel, it's stupid clown.
I know you coming, I know. Hey.
Oh my God. Who needs to get it? Naughty Corner, welcome.
Naughty Corner, morning.
Morning, who need to get it?
Well, it's a lot of them, eh?
Yeah, let me put it
and
on them one time.
Women's group.
Yeah.
Mantra, they're saying nothing. The parliamentary caucus, they're allowing and facilitating abuse of our prime minister, a woman like themselves. That's two sets of them have to get. Now, the LSC pharmaceutical meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
All the PNM members stay away. We want to fix the CDAP business, and they staying away. Are they hiding the wrongdoing they're doing? So you have to give Maloney MP some licks, Dan Boy some licks, and I don't know who they put instead of bees. Get them some licks. They're hiding from the wrongdoing.
Oh God.
Nah, they have to get licks to that. That licks have to share for that.
But I notice your callers doing something, eh?
What is that?
They make it up for all them days they
All
didn't
them
get to share
days,
licks.
yeah, but they didn't get an opportunity to share no licks over here, to share licks today. Who need it? Who have to get it? Welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Half there, Bass and Barrett. I feel like you want to ride.
Who else?
She said the man half dead. I know you both know.
Hello, welcome. Who need to get it?
Yeah, fellas, I want to put all the members of the opposition in the Naughty Corner for not thanking Faris Al-Wari for creating the Explain Your World law.
Hold that.
Yeah, boy.
Hello, caller. Who need to get it? Two more.
You lost that one.
I lost that one. Let's go to the WhatsApp line. Hi, welcome.
Yes, gentlemen. Snipes, you said something just now, but I don't think you did it justice. Because you see, it have persons who have been making noise while the PNM was there, and they continue to make noise while the UNC is here. It have the other group of persons who have not been making any noise under the PNM, and now you're hearing them the loudest.
Yeah.
But to just put persons or lump everybody in that category without having evidence to support it, it really we're doing ourselves a disservice in the country by having that approach, because we will never get to treat with an issue, because we have to face reality. There is always people to support PNM regardless of what they do or how wrong it is, and the UNC, vice versa.
So is that right? Take one for that?
No, you're not to take nothing. I say you raise a nice point, but you just I didn't find you do it enough justice. So I just
thank you for clearing it up. Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, man, I respect.
Hello, welcome. Final.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Who need to get
the
it?
Mayor of Diego Martin. Give she.
Just cool on the YouTube. Just cool on the YouTube. Say the pothole mayor of Diego Martin. She could take some.
Again more? That is it? That is it inside the chat there?
I ain't able already.
You call it off, you
somebody else had to get something too. Renuka.
Who's Renuka?
Renuka under the PNM. The one who I see does look like a vampire. Renuka. For that statement where it's trying to say that it is acceptable for you all to be called the C word.
Wow.
Take something for that. That madness.
We're not encouraging that. We're not encouraging that. Stop it. We're not encouraging that. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, Naughty Corner again. So the mayor of Diego Martin for standing up in front of 8-year-old pothole. 8 years old.
Nobody pothole is 8 years old, bro.
The pothole have a bird paper?
No, it's that old.
It's
that
old,
yeah. According to Robert, you're going in front of Reno-Rama with a pothole and it's 20 years now.
Yeah.
Wait, you think Shane, boy. Obi.
You know what? Take it in, turn around and see how the radio station have a sleeve whip and we beat in Africa. There, you know,
we don't business about that. We don't business about that. They could say what they want. Tell them who need to get it.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
All right, blessed God, Gobi and Snipes.
Mm-hmm.
The woman from the Martin who interfered with King Creek, she was 600, please.
Yeah.
6. Guys, Obi, I think we should go. We should take a break and come back. Thank you, guys. That's it. That's a pretty naughty corner. That's it.
About to wheel up.
That's it. Yeah. Any more licks is nah, like.
No, let me tell you something. Eh?
Only gonna kill you.
I just see it. If that whip, I any spirit blowing it, I don't see she walking funny. You know why?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, Obi.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Bramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment.
Obi, something stood out to me. The people really upset with the Diego Martin mayor?
Yeah, because they know she lying. It's best she didn't show nothing.
Is this about highlighting the pothole? Is that the only issue here? Because I can't see somebody highlight something right to make better, or is it that they feel as if she attacked a UNC minister?
No,
I'm trying to understand
so far her narrative hasn't been directed to any UNC minister per se until she called out Julian John the other day and decided to make the comparison with the leopard. But I don't even think it's about the calling out Julian John.
Do you have an issue with it?
With what she's doing? Yeah, and the issue I have with it is the same issue everybody really have. That is what.
Because I was about to ask them to call because I realized she gets a number of lashes inside the naughty corner.
Let them call. It's not about Julian John. It's her hypocrisy is what they're calling out. Because the holes that she's highlighting are very old. They were there for 4 or 5 years on the PNM. Yes, that hole by Rinorama has been there that long. The one that was in front of their corporation building, that was one that Wassa dug up several times. That has been there very long.
That was the boss, the old boss.
Keith never used to pay attention to the constituency. He never used to pay attention to it. If you pass on the main road of Diego Martin, that is where it have the most potholes there. After you pass Don's Roti Shop, when you pass in Don's Roti Shop, you're playing whack-a-mole with your car, you know.
Saying the Nostra, not service in the community.
Listen, boy, listen.
Obi. So this is really not about the fact that she made the video. It's not about that. It's not about
her making the video. We have no problem with. It's the hypocrisy in the video. Is why everybody's calling her out on it.
And you're saying that this is what the callers have an issue with because she get relics and the most licks in the naughty corner.
The Julian John is just the meme factor of it, the memeing, the joking part, the kicks part of it. But the hypocrisy is the real reason why many people are annoyed. Listen,
because if you check Ms. John's track record, she's a performer.
The woman is a workaholic. The people, let me tell you something. And this wasn't, no, I don't know if NCW intend to own it, but it has gotten so bad that people were in the comment section telling her NCW did more for his community as somebody in the community than her.
What do you do for the community?
He's been involved in the sports, the music. He has always been a person on the ground in their community for years, you know.
I feel like you're massaging a little
No. If you see, before I even knew of him on social media, that is because you remember I in a lot of sports things with youth and thing too. He was always in that. The people in Diego Martin could tell you that. He has always had that history where music is concerned and pananting in the community. He has always been in that. So I could understand why now they might be calling for him.
I never seen Valley App Spaniard.
Well, I don't know, but I telling you, he's been in that thing a while.
Don't know.
No, I know for sure.
I feel like you're massaging.
Nah. Ask anybody from Diego Martin.
What I want to know from the callers is why. I mean, you explained to me it's about the hypocrisy. I'm wondering if it's the same thing for them, or if it's just that all they attack one of we own, so we go come out and show you can't attack one of we own. Because I only know of the mayor when I saw this video. So I see Miss Leopard.
Well, just the mere fact that you only know of her because of this video says...
there was not issue. I am not from I don't live down there anymore. Right. So I would not have a reason to really look into it other than understanding that it's have a mayor now. I know that. I know they had a celebration quite recently.
Yeah.
You know, I would have followed that, but. I didn't know she had issues and like that, and people coming out to deal with her.
That's because she's very active on social media.
Yeah.
From what my first run-in with her personally was when my moderator did a post on Kareem, and she's very good at mobilizing their voter base to attack platforms. She's very good at that.
Are you sure about this?
She did it to mine. They came after me.
This is something you experienced?
Yeah, I experienced it in real time.
Just making sure you could stand up in the court.
Yeah. They were all through the comment section of my platform. And I found it amusing because I was like, but you all are at the top. Why are you all coming down here to address me?
Oh.
Address somebody in governance on your level. The mere fact that you are here in my comment section.
So that social media army thing is a real thing. That
doxing is real. They could destroy your life, your home, your family. They could make it unsafe for you to walk around.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, welcome.
Calling for the program?
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, people. You know, I live in Marval and I never knew Diego Martin had a mayor.
Wow. Me and you in the same boat.
No, I'm hearing that they have a mayor in Diego Martin. That's a strange one. Thank you.
Thank you. I was about to ask her. If she's one of the people who is upset with the mayor right now and why. You know, you
take calls on it.
Told me,
don't take my word for it, because they're gonna say I is a UNC mouthpiece and I being one-sided and I influencing. Don't take my word for it. Let the people
because
talk.
I am wondering, because all I saw, I saw the video. I understand that she addressed the video to Miss John.
It was Kingsley that poked that bear, and that bear woke up and just went on a rampage. Yeah, it was Kingsley that did it.
Kingsley?
Yeah. Because Kingsley, you remember Kingsley just follow everything. And Kingsley has been seeing people complaining about
Good morning, Kingsley.
the lack of visibility from her in a constituency. And that's what happened.
I've been around to see Kingsley's growth. Hi, welcome.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Go ahead.
Considering this mayor of Diego Martin, right? I see she make a video just about 2 days ago complaining about sunburn, because apparently she never used to come out in the day before she started to make videos. So at night she complained about sunburn, and now she making videos in the night. And then just maybe yesterday I see she put out her next video with teeth as she gets stuff on her. And teeth putting on her Indian hair wig. Well, I just have the volume of it, but teeth now putting on her Indian wig with Indian hair, and 2 of them apparently ridiculing that. This mayor of Diego Martin. Complaining about sunburn. So I don't know if she's a vampire, because she come out today and make 2 videos with, as they say, 2 how they call it, hereditary pothole in Diego Martin.
So
like perennial pothole.
Caller. Can I ask you something? Are you? What is the issue you having with her?
The issue I have with her is because them pothole is 5-10 years now, and even since she come here, I never see she complain about it.
Thank you.
All of a sudden, she wants Jolene John to come and fix it. Jolene John don't fix potholes. Jolene John is a minister.
But she has the autonomy to probably get it done, I guess.
If you complain to she and you stand up here, you have to wait in line. It's a pothole. I know some landslide in Barrack 4 that did 20 years now, and nobody knows fix. Jolene John addressing that in Michelle Benjamin constituency, that going down Moruga. It's a landslide 15 years old. That is where we are addressing. And also, coming back to this Michelle Benjamin thing, right? I'll give you a little history. Moruga is where they put the companies on them. That the soldiers who fight in the Anglo-American War, and they promise them land, they put them in Moruga. It's a first company, second company, all them things.
Yeah.
Michelle Benjamin is a descendant of them people. Them is the first free African slaves and get land in Trinidad. And you telling you bringing a man from somewhere in Africa who you meet in New York when he was the UNM ambassador to come Trinidad to boom Michelle Benjamin in an emancipation ceremony. Michelle Benjamin is a descendant of the first free slaves that come Trinidad, that descend Trinidad. I don't understand. And the people who say the Emancipation Committee sit down quiet and mumbling, and now they're saying they try to stop she. Them line she up there. And they have somebody set up to take out the video and video the human berating Michelle Benjamin.
Yeah.
Michelle Benjamin come from a long line of Africans. The first free Africans that get emancipated, and the British bring them here and give them land.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you. It's seeming that he did not make a liar of you. The people are upset that she's only now coming out when some of these issues would have been plaguing the community for quite a while. Hello, welcome.
Good morning, sir. Morning, Snipes and Opie.
Morning, sir.
What about the kids, boy?
Boy, they're good.
Well, great song, and they have to be better.
Yeah.
I want to know if that mayor is a mayor or a mayor.
Caller, what are you?
It's disturbing me mentally.
It's disturbing you?
It's disturbing me mentally. A mayor will not have that kind of degrading outlook to life. So it has to be a mayor.
Yeah.
When you see garbage, you look to sniffle through the garbage and see what you could collect. You understand? But these people are them so cosmetic in the whole outlook to life. It wants you, it really have your mind sometime wondering what if there's really human being or some low life from the canal, where they call canal songs. You understand what I'm saying? Oh God, it's disgusting with these people. Listen, the world is a nice place. And if you want joy, you have to have love. If you have no love, you can't have joy. Give everybody a chance. All you was here for how many years? Since 1956. All you China people, like if they were still in slavery, and still is because it's not just slavery. Why you all can't speak nice and have a country? Trinidad is a lovely place. All you putting us in pollution mentally into all you said the opening piston said for that pollution.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
You know, I have to say thank you guys for the experience. I'll be honest, a lot of things don't bother me, but sometimes when I do hear people like to play, they want to throw the line, you don't like your own. You know what this radio experience has taught me outside, because I can only talk from what I've learned on social media, and I know that there are people on social media like that. But you know what radio has taught me? That if they say I don't like my own, every person I hear calling that is of my hue, that says has a different narrative, I wonder if all of them don't like their own too. Because listen to what he said. And I'm sure he's somebody like me. And we've had callers all morning that and they're pointing out that, listen, this was an issue that was there. It seems like you cannot have a difference in opinion.
What I will take away from this show today is the caller who asked a very pertinent question. And that question was, if I call with an issue that is against the present administration, does that make me aligned to
them,
the former administration?
Exactly.
You know, because I'm calling with my interests, and I'm not attacking. I'm calling, but again, this platform has taught me, radio across the board has taught me that there's always an undertone. And I am not going to get into the crossfire.
Thank you.
I will sit here. And if you call and you say something out of time, and have people listening that will call and correct you.
And that's it. And that is what you're seeing here right now.
People in the vineyard. Waiting.
Yep. To course correct. And that is why I told you, it's not something, it's not me, it's not Kingsley, it's not Julian John. It's people knowing that those potholes were there that long. And it's the hypocrisy is what bothering them.
The callers did not make a liar of you, Obi, because I really, really wanted to get it out there. I don't want anyone to feel that you have a personal attack on somebody, or you get a walk to cuss anybody that not aligned with the United National Congress, because that is the census.
That's the narrative. And it's an easy one to run with too. But
welcome.
Let me hear. Call again.
So, someone let me get the volume off it. So morning again, Snipes and Obi.
Good morning.
This licks Oliver was sharing here, and it brought up a very pertinent point. Right? And the question I'd ask is if you have an employee, right? You just have to go and look for your employee, or your employee just have to look for you.
Well, your employee has to look for you.
So the employee just have to look for we then, right? So let me just put that in context here now. During local election, all the councillors and whoever and things just come looking for we to get a vote. But from the time they're reaching inside, You know, none of them are looking for we again.
We have to look for them.
We have to look for them. You think it's time we change that?
Well,
I love how we build up. I love how we build up.
I have to give you a round
Go
of
to the
applause,
other
you know.
class, boy.
I have to
How we built up that question.
Yeah? Where are the counselors and we are seeing that we all have something done. You want a little help. You know you can't see your counselor yet, but you know what? From the time the next local call, they will see them 4 and 5 times in front by your gate, walking in your street.
Well, as a matter of fact, by the end of this month, you will start seeing them. You'll start hearing from them. You will.
You understand? Well, I don't want to see them only then. I want to see them after too. Because within that period of time, we have how long between every local election? 4 years?
4 years.
Right. I don't want to see you once in 4 years. I want to see you for the 3 years before the 4 years.
But if you notice, we have a very vibrant, political ecosystem right now, where you have people jumping out from earlier. Everybody trying to secure the food from early because they know this seems to be a political war taking place. Yeah.
The fact is this: when I dip my finger, I start to pay you a salary, and you become my employee. And as my employee, I expect you to look for me to find out what I need done when the day come. Understand? So you need to get out there and come down in your areas and let your employers see you.
Yeah.
And let me find and start making a list of what needs to be done. We want to only know what you want to do and what the party want to do. We want you to do what we employ you to do. Understand?
Thank
and
you.
if we continue to take everything on our business level, here what happening. A lot of things could change. From captain to cook.
Running this country is a business.
Yeah.
You know, I would take it a step further. I would take it a step further. If we had the time to open the lines in every area, because we have employees in every area, to ask when last you saw your employee.
No, we can't take some quick.
I don't want to go down that road.
Oh God, come now, man. Come.
I don't want to go down that road right now.
You crack the tinner. You crack the tinner.
It will open a can of worms, Obi.
Listen.
I haven't had lunch yet. I don't.
You can't poke. You can't poke a hole in the tinner processed peas, which is MP in this case, MPPs. You can't poke a hole in the tinner MPPs and then put it in the fridge without pouring it out.
You'll poison it.
You'll poison it.
Turn it into poison.
So you poke the tinner MPPs and then you don't want to take no calls. Why is so?
I ain't feeling for peas no more. Hello, welcome.
Well, fellas, as you mentioned that take a call, I dialed this number 1 time. yeah, because truth be told. And I wish others could do like me, because I am the guy who posts the corporation for the Kuva Tabaki Tapu Corporation that Laukita Tapu constituency is a part of. And I show which part you see well the council and the MP working.
Yeah.
Because we know well the government have no kind of money right now. But the little oil sand and things, a little stone that they have now, the corporation, they send out the workers, the tractor, the van, and these guys patching a little hole and thing then. From Talfaro to St. Raphael. They finished today, that is 5 miles. So we're seeing the councillor working. Even though you're not seeing him, his workers is on the ground and things. So things are happening. So I could beat my chest and say, yes, I don't see my councillor. You understand? Not because I not seen him physically, but the work has been going on in his budget season. So me, I wait for little call and say they call. I say call him 1 time.
Thank you.
So the man really well. I let others call him. Let me see you go jump out and say something.
Afraid, boy, afraid.
Don't go brave.
I tell you, you poke the owl in the MP process peas and you're afraid what inside the can.
Obi, you ever sat in a show and you feel that you should end the show right now? I am afraid to take any more calls.
I poke in the bear, but I understand how you feel.
I am afraid to take any more calls, Obi. I don't know how I let you... How I let you lead me down this road, Obi? Obi, you are misleading me. Hello, welcome. Hello, caller, you're live.
Caller, good afternoon.
Live, yeah. Good morning. I just enjoy you all in the love.
Thank you.
I thought originally from Tobago, Trinidadian had to wake up and smell the roses and the coffee around here. Everything takes time in life. Because Saturday I'm going to be 68 young. All right? So everybody wake up now, stop this comment and wish out sing the love.
Yeah.
We all mix. And we born here. We enough for come here. All right, all you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Tobago, and happy birthday in advance. Remember to call us on your birthday so we can give you some love and play you something really nice. Yeah? Obi, I don't appreciate the way you... Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, caller, you live.
Yeah, morning, brothers. The imitation leopard make a good move because the screening for Diego Martinez sometime next week or something for the TNM.
You lie.
So she make a good move. You understand? She looking to go back in she position.
Yeah.
But give she something again. Or let bruise the skin again. Give she something.
No, we can't just pull out the whip anytime.
Man licks out of the segment too, you know.
So now Obi, the chips are falling within me.
But
it's
you
now
see,
coming together.
I told you
understand.
it's optics. I told you it's optics.
I am now understanding, and I'm not going to repeat it, but I'm now understanding what's going on.
And why people are so angry.
Yeah, I'm now understanding. Hello, welcome. Lost that one. We have one on the WhatsApp. Let's take a WhatsApp call. Hi, you live? Okay, let me take that call again. Hi, caller, you live?
Hello.
Hi,
good day, sir. Yeah, good day. I'm listening to all you a little bit here. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah. Was that a cut off?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Just
sir.
listen to us on the phone. Yeah, we're hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. What I want to say is that, we are all human beings and we live in social interactions with our fellow human beings. Right? We all need somebody at some point in time that will make a difference in our lives, right? So we need somebody at some point in time for assistance. That's what it means. So I don't see all these comments that people are making like this segregation business and okay, because you don't know where you will fall. And the same people you may well despise is the people who will help you.
True.
Hello?
Well said. We agree.
Well said. We agree with you.
Yeah, so this is my little comment, and I want to say one thing in the end. You see, I'm now watching on the TV here. I don't normally. I listen to all you on the radio. But this biggish fella there, I think his name is Obi.
Yeah.
Obi. Right. Obi and you and Mr. Stephan.
Oh, Snipes or Stephan, right?
He and Mr. Stephan will make a very good program. The three of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Well, to be fair, Stephan is my mentor, and he is one of the main reasons why I'm here. So,
Stephan is your mentor?
Yeah, he's one of them. He's one of them.
A great mentor, my friend.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, very, very intelligent brother. Yeah, but you're seeing what's going on, Snipes. Is the people are just telling the truth, and
yeah,
that is
because
it.
I didn't understand why someone would be attacked for highlighting issues, but now I understand the backstory.
Yeah.
I understand.
You get the beginning, the middle, and the end.
And the end, yeah, because the story has missing pieces.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome.
Gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
Good day. So let me just address the gentleman that gives us the wonderful remarks just now.
That is for Sunday school partner. This is the guy hell. So there's a different tone. And with regards to the showing and seeing where your counselor and wherever, you see the whole where they're showing in the Martin. Since I go in primary school, that whole day. So I don't know what you're talking about.
How old are you,
so
sir?
that is
Or
just
what
notice
age
this
bracket
and
you in,
strip it
sir?
off.
How old are
And
you,
that's
sir?
why-
Or what age bracket you in, sir?
Say again?
What age bracket you in, sir?
I am past my 50s. I'm very
Nah, man.
soon to be.
That whole day long time, Snipes.
Nah.
Right?
So smoke and mirrors
Them people didn't born yet. You know, I from when the era when Lucky was the representative for the area.
Wow.
That's how far back we talking about. I'm sure they didn't even know that. And it's the same nonsense going on then, same thing going on. So no. But all well and good to the government and the effort. You know, I plead on the nation to be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day. Everything will get corrected when it needs, and as soon as it needs to be, and as best as the government can do. We can't fix a nation of 40-something plus years of neglect in 18 months.
Well
right?
said.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that would be our final call, because I want to end by reiterating what the caller would have said. For some reason, we have people outside that think that they should apply pressure at this particular point in time to a government who walked into office with a very big deficit, and they're acting like if they're supposed to just print more money,
make it happen overnight. Yeah.
like print more money and make it happen, and that's not how it happens.
A lot of people don't understand the baseline of how a country runs. You know?
Yeah, that's not how it happened, people. You know, I'm not saying that everything would be perfect, because we don't live in a perfect world. We try to get it better, and that's what we're trying to do. You inherit a body with some sickness, and you as say I'm a doctor and I specialize in this, economics, whatever the case may be, accounting, I'm planning, all these things. I get a team and I put them together, and we are going to try to find out what is this sickness that the body, the land is suffering from. And it's going to take us some time. Sometimes we're going to try to administer some medication, and the body will react funny. The body would react angry. The body would shut down, and we have to resuscitate it. And I think that this government is working feverishly to try to resolve some of the issues. They're not perfect. They are by no means perfect. They're making mistakes along the way, because you will meet hurdles that you didn't expect. You start to treat, and then you realize the person pressure going up. You have to hold back a little bit.
You give medicine, and sometimes the medicine might be better, and they wouldn't want to swallow it right away.
Want to swallow it right now. You have to battle with them to swallow the medicine, because you know the outcome. You know what this medication is going to treat. You know, so let's exercise a little more patience and hold them accountable. Always.
Yeah.
Obi?
I want to make sure, because I had to shout out my peoples and everybody. So from the social media and all the people on the Facebook and YouTube, thanks for tuning in today. And I want to say special happy belated birthday to Baz 2025 on the YouTube channel. May God bless you and grant you many, many more productive years. And stay locked on to 91.1 Talk City FM.
Thank you. Stay with us.